Hello, YouTube. It is your pal, Two-Wheel Maniac here, and today I got some errands to do, and I got no car. So I'm gonna do something stupid and ride my bike in the rain when it's 33 degrees out. We're gonna talk about inclement weather riding and what separates the men from the boys. Pretty straightforward, guys. So let's get this started. Are you a man or are you a boy? Or a woman and girl for my female viewers? Are you a grown-up or a child? Very simple question. One that comes with a fairly simple answer. If you're a man or a woman and not a child, you ride when others put their bikes away. You ride when it gets too cold. You ride when it's a little wet. You ride when people look at you like you're crazy. And that's why I'm Two-Wheel Maniac. It's about this time last year where my motorcycle was my only means of transportation, and history has a way of repeating itself. Sadly, again, not my fault. I got in an accident on New Year's Eve, but I digress. I am now in a motorcycle-only form of transportation. I had a ride to work yesterday. Yesterday was just cold. Today is cold and wet. So, now that you know my story, are you a man or a boy? Boys, they put their bikes away when it gets cold, when it gets a little wet. Well, here I am in low 30s, and it's raining. Chance of snow a little bit later tonight, but I'm hoping to get back before the snowflakes start to come. If you don't have the right gear, the right protection, the right equipment, riding in the rain and the cold weather is dangerous. So I don't condone it unless you have the proper gear. Now, you know, this is a dual sport. This is designed for these kind of conditions. Go everywhere, do anything. So that's what I'm doing. It's not too far of a drive, so let's hope everything goes well. Back to the topic of, are you a man or a boy? The question is simple. So is the answer. Boys put their bikes away when it gets below the 50. Some slightly more daring boys put their bikes away when it gets to be in the 40s. Some boys put their bikes away in the 30s. I think that's kind of the cutoff. As soon as it's below freezing, that's what really separates the men from the boys. Well, it's too cold, it's too uncomfortable. I don't wanna ride. I just have a Harley and I ride when it's 55 or higher. Well, you don't buy a motorcycle because it's comfortable. You buy a motorcycle to be a bad mamma jamma. That's why you buy a motorcycle. There's a aura of toughness that comes with it. Oh, you ride a motorcycle? Oh, doesn't that hurt when a bug hits you in the face? Well, no, you should have a full face windshield on, but hey. But if you ride when it's only nice out, you're never uncomfortable. Unless your bike is like a chopper or something. A hardtail. Something that's inherently uncomfortable. And if that's the case, well, I don't know what to tell you. Your life is always uncomfortable. What's a few degrees gonna do? Now, for those of you who are real adventure riders, you know, they make a whole plethora of gear to help you out. Heated base layers, heated pants, heated socks, heated gloves and jackets and pants, and heated seats and heated hand grips. You can pretty much get anything heated that you want. Now, you need to have a bike that's capable of doing so, such as a BMW GS. The stock KLR system, I don't think would do too well with a whole plethora of heated gear. I go out and I ride, and I do what I do. Because, well, that's why I bought a motorcycle. Bought a motorcycle for that toughness factor. I don't put my bike away. I'm an all-weather rider. It gets uncomfortable. Like my boots are perforated leather, so my toes get a little cold, but you know, I got thick socks on. You know, sometimes you just got stuff you gotta do. And if that means you gotta ride in the rain and get a little uncomfortable, you ride in the rain. It means you gotta ride when it's below 30? Well, then you ride when it's below 30. You have the right gear, you do it. Now, you staying warm is not the only concern when you ride in cold, inclement weather. Some of the other things you need to worry about are the condition. I mean, right now, as you guys can probably see, if the viewfinder's not too covered in water, the roads are wet. Obviously, it's raining, so you have less traction. The roads are also cold, which means the tires don't get heat, so the tires have less grip. And if you ever took an MSF class, that means instead of having $1 of grip, I mean, right now I'm probably only got 60 cents worth of grip. It's one of the reasons why I took the KLR. KLR doesn't have a whole lot of power to help me lose that grip. As long as I stay safe and stay in the right gear, then all is good. I can do 60, 65 on the highway. My kneecaps are getting a little cold, but you know, you gotta ride smart. You can ride through anything with the right gear, the right mentality, and a little bit of control with your throttle hand and your clutch hand. That's what dirt riding has taught me. You can put a bike anywhere you want it. You may drop it, you may fall, you may not enjoy getting there, but you can. That's what this is all about. Doing what you got to do. So, for those of you who want to know what it's like to ride in the cold, if you want to be a man, spend a little money, get yourself some proper gear. Otherwise, you will be uncomfortable, and it will be dangerous, because if your fingers get cold, if your toes get cold, if your legs get cold, your reflexes drop, and your dexterity drops. So going to grab this brake lever is going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm not going to be able to do it as quickly or as controlled. Don't want to lock up the front wheel. Get yourself a good helmet that's got good air control, so you can kind of shut it down and keep your heat in. And get something that has a pin lock visor, because they are fantastic. Pin lock is the best anti-fog thing you can do. So if you want to be a man, if you want to stop being a boy, don't put your bike away when it gets cold. Don't put your bike away when it rains. Before you do that, I implore you to make sure you have proper gear and all of your equipment is in check. You have proper tire pressure, proper tire tread, proper gear, proper safety protection. A waterproof rain suit goes a long way, because it also keeps the wind off of you. So that's your guide on how to be a man when it comes to riding a motorcycle. Chase on Two Wheels, I dedicate this long ride to you and ramekins. Cold, rainy ride up the mountains. The video to you. So, guys, this is Two Real Maniac here. I want you to stay shiny side up. And remember, stay hungry, stay foolish. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Yeah.